They're the favorites to win it all right now.
I will say Ryan Day, he was play caller for this game.
10, let's go 11.5. Florida is just not playing to their expectations.
All righty, guys, we're back. The long-awaited recap episode here. We're going to dive into football to begin with. We'll get to basketball later, but let's just get it over and done with. Let me talk about the Rose Bowl.
R.I.P.
Alabama, Indiana. This was a blowout win for Indiana, unfortunately. Indiana 38 to Alabama 3. You just got to tip your hat and just say, you know what, Indiana, great game. Alabama did not have it this game. They haven't had it for like the last half of the season. I called this. I said eventually, your luck's going to run out here, and you're going to run into somebody that's just going to blow you out of the stadium, and that's exactly what Indiana did here. They rushed the ball for 215 yards with Kalen Black, 15 carries there, averaged 6.6 yards a carry. And it's a dominant win for Indiana. There's really no way to put it. Heisman window Mendoza had a great game, 192 through the air, threw 3 touchdowns. They did a great job of running the ball, and then they throw play action right over the top. And you can't blame this on the Alabama defense at all. I've said this all year. That's been the best part of this Alabama team, has been that defense. The offense just, once again, it's a big letdown. And it is all to blame on the running game situation. And you can put blame on, coaching staff, players, offensive line, whatever you want to do there. It's a combination of all three. It just was not good enough. I'm not sure what the game plan is for Bama moving forward on if they make a change at the offensive coordinator position or if they make a couple changes in the roster. We'll see how it plays out there. But congrats to Indiana. I mean, this was a tough watch.
Best team in the nation.
They went 9 of 14 on third down. Bama went 3 of 11. They dominated the time of possession, 34 to 25. Yikes! Yeah, this is one of the in recent memory. This will go down as one of the more embarrassing losses as an Alabama fan for sure. You got not good enough at all on any ends, but it was still a successful year. I mean, you went 11-4. We'll call it, 11-3. You made the playoffs, made the SEC championship, had some good wins over your biggest rivals. This is still a successful year for Bama. Don't get me wrong at all. But I'm not going to get into a lone talk of Bama here because Indiana, they went from I think the worst team in NCAA, history in terms of Power 4 programs to their 14-0, number 1 team in the country, and they look like a complete freight train.
Pretty sure they are the favorites to win it all right now.
And if you want to say, oh, well, this just shows that Alabama sucked, Indiana's not that good, I'll just let you say that. And you can believe whatever you want, but I'm telling you right now, in terms of players, coaches, and execution with Indiana, everything is at 100% dialed in right now. They're not missing on any front. It's impressive to watch. It really is. So shout out Kurt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers there. Shep, anything you want to add?
I do. So if Luke Lytle was on the coaching staff going into next year for Tuscaloosa, what are you going to do this offseason? Hope you guys be the Bama like you're known to be.
I would I'd have some very harsh and honest meetings with some players and some coaches. And you probably need to say goodbye to a couple players. I won't dive into the transfer portal, but I'll just give a spoiler. There's been a couple guys from that roster that have entered the transfer portal that I am very okay with entering the portal.
Okay.
In terms of as coaching staff changes, there's one guy that I can be cool with going. That'd be the offensive line coach. But in terms of Ryan Grubb, the offensive coordinator, I'm 50-50. I mean, if they decide to get rid of him, okay. If they decide to keep him, I'm cool with it. And if you want to say, oh, well, he got fired from the Seahawks last year in the NFL because they were the worst rushing team in the NFL, say that. That's fine. The year before that, his last year at Washington, they had one of the best running attacks in the country, and they went to the national championship and lost to Michigan, of course. So Ryan Grubb,
One of the best teams in college football history.
I don't know about all that, but
That
I'm
Michigan
sure
team was gross.
they're okay. Whatever. Sure. But Ryan Grubb, he's a fine play call, so I'm fine if he stays. But yeah, there's some tough conversations that need to be had for Alabama, and DeBoer will get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. Not worried.
Is DeBoer in the hot seat, you think?
No, absolutely
Not in the
not.
hot seat at all? Okay.
Just went to the playoffs. No, you
I'm
can't.
just
A
just
coach can't be
questions.
on the
Just
hot seat.
questions. Just questions.
That's fine. You're good. Anything you want to add other than that?
Yeah, that was just BTA by Indiana. So let's go Hoosiers.
Great cultural win for Indiana there. Great cultural
Yep.
win. Shep, you let me know what game you want to go on to. Do you want to go to Ohio State, Ole Miss, or Oregon?
Let's go to the Ohio State game because who called it last week? Who called it last week?
He did call it.
I knew ball.
He did call
Let's
it.
go. Oh, yeah.
The U's back. The U is back,
baby. Shout out Michael Irvin out there beating a water jug with a belt for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's an interesting one. For Ohio State here, I mean, look, I think you can only be mad at yourself here. You guys coasted pretty much the entire year until Indiana, the Big Ten championship, and I think that was a preview of what could happen in the playoffs. If there's a team that gets pressure on that offensive line and makes Julian Sain not be tunnel visioned on one person, meaning Jeremiah Smith, you're in trouble. And I think you saw that in this game here. Miami constantly got pressured. Let me see how many sacks they had.
Well, you do got shout out Smith. He did have 157 yards, 7 receptions, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, he had a great game, but
great game.
Your quarterback threw 2 picks because he had tunnel vision on one guy.
Yep.
Miami, came away here with 5 sacks, lots of pressures. They were living in that backfield. I mean, it was a very dominant. It
was rough to watch
for Miami. Yeah, it was. It was really rough. But like you said, Jeremiah Smith, 7 catches there, 157 yards, and a touchdown. It's Jeremiah Smith. I mean, I expect nothing less. Okay. The running game for Ohio State just couldn't really get there because you're playing from behind there. You got to throw to win the ball game there. I get that. So that's it's not that of an important stat there. Miami though, offensively wise, I still stand by my statement of saying if you're going to make Carson Beck win a football game, I don't think it's going to work out. But if you can have a defensive performance like that, all you need from Carson Beck is to just not turn the ball over, and that's exactly what he did. Didn't turn the ball over, and that's the most important part of a football game is turnovers. And I believe Miami came away clean. Let's see here. They had 1 turnover to Ohio State's 2 turnovers there. But Mark Fletcher Jr. for Miami, shout out him. Bell cow back performance here, 19 carries, 90 yards. Just grit and grind, dude. I love that dude's a good running back. I love watching him play football. He plays it the right way. He really does. Miami moving forward. They got Ole Miss, I believe. Yep, Ole Miss. That's going to be a great game. I think this Miami, the whole game plan is you really just got to let that defensive line eat. Just unleash the dogs back there. Let those 2 future NFL edge rushers, they'll probably both be first-round picks. I don't know if Metzamore is eligible, but I'm sure he'll be a first-round pick at some point if he's not eligible. Just let those guys eat, let them do their thing. Miami's in a great spot right now. They're totally capable of beating Ole Miss. That's going to be a great showdown. You got Trinidad Chambliss against that defense line. That's going to be a great matchup. Great matchup. Shep, anything you want to add here?
I do. Was the committee wrong by putting Miami in now? Looking back today, was the committee wrong?
No, of course not. They weren't wrong. They weren't wrong. That Miami was always going to make it in because you can't not put Miami in because they got the head-to-head win over Notre Dame. But it was a fine. The committee did a good job. They did the right thing, maybe minus the 2 group of 5 schools, but we already talked about that.
It's true.
But Ohio State moved forward. I mean, I will say Ryan Day, he was play caller for this game, and you guys lost. I mean, that's just been a tale of old time right there. That's not a good combination there. I don't know why he didn't just let Brian Hartline call the game. I think Brian Hartline was fully capable of calling that game. But that's Ryan Day for you. He's not the ideal head coach, I'll say.
Now, is he on the hot seat? Because I believe he is.
They just won a national championship last year.
You know, but it's Ryan Day. He's known to be doing this.
No, he's not on the hot seat. He just won a national championship, but that's just Ryan Day for you. I mean, it's the normal thing. Even Ohio State fans will agree with you too. Okay, it's nothing normal. He's just lucky he won a national championship. If he didn't win that national championship last year, probably wouldn't be there. But we'll jump up to we'll go to Oregon and Texas Tech here. Me and Shep both thought this was probably going to be the best game, and it did not turn out that way at all. This was arguably the worst game. Maybe the Rose Bowl was the worst game. But Texas Tech, you had a great year. You won the Big 12. Everybody was doubting you coming into the playoffs because you're a Big 12 team. And you came in and you scored 0 points in the playoffs. Now, if you want to say whatever you want to say about Alabama's 3 points, okay, at least we scored. That's all I'll say. We scored points. Texas Tech didn't score points. Morton here, awful game for him. I mean, 18 of 32, 137 yards, no touchdowns to 2 interceptions. I think I said that in the preview. If you're going to walk him out there, the same thing with Carson Beck, and ask him to go win a game for you, I got zero faith in that happening. Zero faith in that happening. And that's what you saw. And the whole media theme, the whole week they were talking about Texas Tech defensive line and their defense as a whole, how much money that they've dumped into that and how dominant that group has been all year. But they failed to mention Oregon. Oregon has quietly had one of the better defenses in the country, and they came out and they dominated. It's Dan Lanning, and I'll tell you what, Oregon looked like Georgia right there. That defense looked like a vintage Georgia defense. They were complete maulers the entire game. Shout out literally all 11 dudes on that defense. They all played amazing, in my opinion. And the offense did their thing, okay? Did what you had to do. I know Dante Moore threw a pick, but I still thought outside of that pick, I still thought he had a good game. You know, you didn't really need to do much because when you score, let's see, you got 2 touchdowns, and then you tack that on with special teams, okay? Did they have a defensive touchdown?
I believe so. And then Moore had 234 yards as well.
No defensive
26 for 33.
No defensive touchdown, but he had 3 or 4 with the kicking. So that's where you really get that 23 points there. But 3 phases of the game, Oregon dominated it, and you won the football game. That's always going to happen. Let's look at the third down. Oregon did worse on third down too. They went 4 of 19 to Texas Tech 6 of 16. Comes down to Texas Tech having 4 turnovers. That's the other thing. I mean, you get all the way into the playoffs and you turn the ball over 4 times. That's one of the worst ways to go out because that just feels like you did all this work all year. You had so many great dominating wins throughout the season, and you turn the ball over 4 times in the playoff. That's a gut punch. But outlook for Texas Tech, all this happened, and yet you were probably the highest spender in the NIL department. So you will be just fine. I'm sure you're in the Big 12, which will always be weak. You'll be right back there next year. I'm sure of it. But shout out Oregon. Shout out the Ducks. I believe they were Oregon was my non-biased national champion in my non-biased bracket. So I'm still alive here. Shep is not alive. Shep had Georgia winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
And let's dive into that game.
Let's go into that game. Dang. Good game.
Yes.
Fantastic
Great game. The All-State Sugar Bowl never fails. Never fails. Great bowl game. Ole Miss, man. I told you guys, Pete Golding, they got that team. They got that team in the right direction right now. And he's like that, man. He's not the most consistent play caller, from my opinion. But what he can do is he can recruit and he can get culture moving very, very fast in the right way in that locker room. And I think you saw this. I mean, this was by far the best performance as a team in the playoffs here. You can say whatever you want about Indiana. I'm telling you right now, Ole Miss, they look the best team in the quarterfinal round here. Trinidad Chambliss here, 30 of 46, 362 yards, 2 touchdowns. He just re-signed with Ole Miss, which, by the way, I think it is absolutely crazy in college sports now. We're saying, oh, an athlete is re-signing to the
Yeah, that's
school.
awful.
That's crazy to me, but he has decided to re-sign there. That's the same with Keywan Lacey, who's one of my favorite players this entire year. He had 22 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also re-signed to Ole Miss. So shout out those two. We'll see what happens with that offense coordinator there for Ole Miss if he actually leaves and goes to LSU. I just think maybe there's something behind the curtains there. I think he's seeing I got my quarterback coming back and I got my star running back coming back. Why would I go to a new team and restart over when I have this right here, all this returning product? The wide receiver room here. Harrison Wallace, the third, 9 catches, 156 yards. Stribling, sorry if I messed that name up, 7 catches, 122 yards. These guys, and I'm that stat line right there of seeing 2 wide receivers go over 100 yards and a running back pretty much at 100 yards with 98, and then a quarterback with 350 plus against a Kirby Smart defense.
Crazy.
Out of this only happens one time out of 10 times. Like, this is that old saying, oh, if we play them 10 times, we'll win 9. Is that the saying go?
Yeah.
This is pretty much this. This shouldn't happen. I can't believe this happened because we always preach don't bet against Kirby Smart, and you don't bet against Kirby Smart. But I guess when you have somebody like Chambliss running around there in the backfield, I think that's probably your best chance to beat Kirby Smart there.
Yeah.
Georgia, yeah. Gunnar Stockton, I mean, I've been a fan of him this year. I really do. I think he's the toughest player in the country, maybe. Definitely the toughest quarterback. If you guys didn't see the hit that he took in that game and popped right back up, I don't know what to tell you because that's football right there. That is the exact definition of toughness right there. I really like Gunnar Stockton. He's probably, and I hate Georgia, but he's probably my favorite player to come out of Georgia recently. He went 18 of 31, 203 through the air, and a touchdown. Like I said, not his best game, but this wasn't Georgia's best game to begin with. I don't think Georgia expected Ole Miss to come out like this at all. I really didn't. And this definitely caught Kirby Smart by surprise, too. They just couldn't get their feet underneath them. I mean, you put up 34 points, which is great. In a quarterfinal game, that is great. But you gave up 39. That's unheard of. Unheard of. And third down here, let me throw it up. They went 3-13 on third down, man. 3-13. That'll never get it done. That'll never get it done. But the thing is, Ole Miss went 5-14. It's a 2-down difference there. Georgia had this game. They had it. And Ole Miss just took it. They literally took it from them. The stat box, it's not like crazy. There's not a crazy difference, to be honest with you. They both had 1 turnover each. Georgia even won the time of possession battle. This really just came down to execution. Ole Miss did a better job at executing than Georgia. Did I say Georgia did a better job of executing? Or Ole Miss?
I think you got Ole Miss.
You guys got to bear with me, dude. I took a bad fall yesterday.
Yeah,
at basketball.
Luke. We'll pause for football talk. We play a little rec leagues on Monday, and Luke is probably the hardest working athlete in that gym, going for every loose ball and going through people. And got to cuss himself yesterday.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm wearing these blue light lenses, just to help with the brightness. Like, I'm literally looking at the screen right now, Gunnar Stockton. There's his name, and right below it, the second name is also Gunnar Stockton. So that's the situation we're in. So just bear with me on the talking here. Oh, hey, Shep, over-under on voice cracks. What do we got?
Oh, you already cracked like twice, I think. So we're going to go, let's go 10. Let's go 11.5 over. I'm going to go 11.5.
Do you have a concussion too? You think I'm going to have over 11 voice cracks?
I think just because you have a concussion, you've already got 2, and it's only been, 20 minutes. Yeah.
I'm betting the under. I'm 100% going to win that. But Georgia, outlook for Georgia, moving on in the offseason, they'll be just fine. I'm pretty sure Stockton's got eligibility. He's a junior. He'll definitely be back for his senior year. There's no way that he leaves for the draft. and I doubt that he'll leave for the portal. Anyways, Kirby Smart loves him, by the way. This was probably Kirby Smart's favorite team he's coached in a while, just because they haven't been the most talented, but I think this has definitely been one of the most hardworking teams that he's had there. So shout out Georgia, great year. You just
Yep.
you lost to a great team in Ole Miss, you really did. And I'll tell you what, man, I think Pete Golding, he's got some very good momentum going over there, and what's all Oxford, Mississippi. There, he's got a lot of great momentum, and this is even going on to next year and a couple of years down the road. If he can continue this, and it seems like that he's got all the support from the donors at Ole Miss, there he can do just as good, if not better, than what Lane Kiffin did there. And just a reminder, everybody goes on this whole thing about how Lane Kiffin is so great. Lane Kiffin never even made an SEC championship at Ole Miss. Never made one.
Does Lane Kiffin have a playoff win?
No, he does not. He does not.
And they got 2 this year.
Yep, they do. They sure do. So shout out Ole Miss there.
Might be 3. Could
be 3. But the semifinal game here, Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, you got the rematch of Oregon and Indiana. It's going to be a great game. And then the Fiesta Bowl, you got Ole Miss and Miami. So let's jump back up to Oregon and Indiana rematch of this game here. So if you guys don't remember, Indiana went into Eugene earlier in the year. They came away with a win against Oregon, and it wasn't a fluke win or anything like that. Indiana walked in there and they took that win from Oregon. They took it from them. I mean, man, I'd have to go Oregon still because I got them picked.
Okay, yeah,
I got them picked for my national champion. But man, Curt Cignetti's he's a scary guy to look at.
Do you see his little finger gun he does?
Yeah, he's a weird individual. I'll tell you that. He's kind of goofy looking, but that dude is scary. He's got those guys. They just play great football. You just got to look at it and just appreciate it. You just got to appreciate it.
Good
because
ball.
With how the new age of football, the NIL, the transfer portal, all the money getting thrown away, all the chaotic stuff, I appreciate what Curt Cignetti is doing in Indiana. I really do. Because they're not the biggest spender. They're not the best. They're not in the top 10 of getting the 5 stars, the 4 stars, anything like that. Those guys get the guys that they want, and they develop them. And that is all a coaching staff thing, and that is all Curt Cignetti. And after this year, I think you have Kirby Smart, best coach in college, and I think right behind him, you got Curt Cignetti. And maybe that gap isn't that big, is what I'm saying. Maybe it's not that big. Okay? You got to acknowledge it. He's doing great stuff there. But I'm going Oregon here. I think Oregon, just don't get cute. I think Dan Lanning, he's up there as one of the best coaches in college. For him, I just think he has to do a very important job on not getting out-coached in this game. I think the last time that they played there were some opportunities for Oregon that as a coaching staff they didn't manage the best way. And I think as a result, that's what opened the door for Indiana there to go in and get that win. Oregon, you got to just be able to dominate up front, run the ball, and don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over at all. And I mentioned in the Alabama game with Indiana how Indiana was missing, their best defensive line guy, and Indiana didn't even let that play a factor. That guy, nobody noticed it. Nobody noticed him gone. That's going to be a key once again here for Indiana is playing sound mechanical football here. Technique is going to be the biggest thing for them in that box on that defensive line because this is going to be like a heavyweight title fight. This game reminds me of the old day and age of Alabama and Georgia in the SEC championship. Just a heavyweight title fight. This is going to be a fun game. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. You got that duel of Mendoza and Dante Moore. Mendoza, you can say whatever you want about him and that RPO offense, but it works, and it works because of him. And he is arguably, he's definitely the best player on that field. He'll be the best player 100%. But, Shep, here you're going to
go. So the spread for this game is IU 3.5 over 46.5. I'll say that right now. I love Oregon. Oregon's had a great year. Like you said, Moore's played great, but you can't bet against Kirk right now. Just can't with the little finger gun. I'm going to Indiana 3.5.
It's so hard to beat a team twice. It's
No,
very hard to
it
beat a
is.
team twice.
I think the winner of this game wins it all. That's what I'll say about this.
I kind of want to switch my pick to Ole Miss win a national championship. I'm
I
not
do want to
going.
see too. I would love to see Ole Miss
That'd
win
be
it.
fun to see, but no, I'm not. You can't change your pick. But listen, Dan Lane is a psychopath. If you've ever seen him on the sideline, he's a psychopath,
Yep.
complete psycho. He looks like that he just got done doing a line of you know what. But Oregon Ducks, go Ducks. We're getting this win, and we're going to keep this train moving along. We're going to beat the number one team, and we're going to walk into that national championship and take home over the win.
Love it.
All right, let's go down. What is this one? That was a Chick-fil-A. This is the Fiesta Bowl we're moving on to.
I thought this was the State Farm.
Nope.
Miami, Ole Miss.
Fiesta Bowl. I got that as
Oh,
Fiesta
State Farm
Bowl.
Stadium. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I think Ole Miss blows them out of the water. I think
Miami is favored at 3.5.
Miami's they're favored.
Favored at 3.5.
Wow, that's really interesting.
I'm taking all my money and putting it on Ole Miss.
So we're both going Ole Miss. Okay. Ole Miss, they just got to let Trinidad do his thing. He's kind of just like, if you guys know how Johnny Manziel was a mastermind at executing broken plays, and when things broke down, he would just be a magician. I don't want to give him respect, but Diego Pavia, he was really good at that. Just being an out of the box player, just being a magician. That's what Trinidad is like, and he excels at it. He's at his best when things are broken down and they're not going the right way. That is when he's at his best. And as much as, I can say those two edge rushers for Miami, how they've got to dominate this game, they can't get over eager and get out of their pass rushing lanes, because as soon as they fly upfield, Trinidad is just going to go right underneath them. He's going to scramble for yards, or is he going to throw something on the run for a big gain? So my Miami defense, don't get greedy. Just don't get greedy. Keep your pass rushing lanes and keep him in that pocket and keep him contained, and you'll probably walk away with the win. I think it's pretty simple. For Miami to win this game, it's got to be a low-scoring game, just like the Ohio State game was, because I don't have a lot of faith in Miami's offense, putting up over 30 points. I just don't see that happening, because Ole Miss, they still have a very solid defense. They still have a very solid defense. This is pretty much kind of just a rematch here. You got an explosive offense with Ole Miss like Ohio State had, and their defense is still good, not as elite as Ohio State's defense was, but you saw what Miami was able to do. They were able to jump out to an early lead. I think they got up 17-0 maybe there. And if you can do that, you're going to win the football game if you just manage the rest of the game. It's very important for Miami to walk in there. They have to control the field possession. And that's the thing about Mario Cristobal. You can say what you want, how he's not aggressive or anything like that in the field position battle. If you just dominate the field possession, that's not going to come in a factor. And he does that at a very, very good rate. He excels at it. That's one of his strengths as a coach is being patient. But Ole Miss run the football. If you get Keywan Lacey, if you get him, he's got to have over 20 touches, I think. If you get him over 20 touches and maybe get him in the screen game, get that going, I think you walk out of here with a win. I don't think you got to do anything crazy. I don't think you need to score over 40 points to win this game, because you're going to get stops on defense. Like I said, the Miami offense is just it's in a dull spot right now, very dull spot, but it could blow up because Malachi Tony, electric athlete, Mark Fletcher Jr., the running back, he could pop off too. That's the one thing about that Ohio State game that I was so surprised to see, is how much success Miami was able to have on the ground game of getting 3 to 4 yards a carry there. You're not used to seeing that, especially against an Ohio State defense. And, Ole Miss, like I said, they're not as elite as that. So Miami could find success in that. They could. But they won't be able to have that game plan if they're playing from behind. So, early game lead and then just manage the game from there out, you'll get a win. Shep, still sticking with Miami? Ole Miss?
Ole Miss, I am. I think this one, if Ole Miss wins, I think this might be the most entertaining game out of the two.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's going to be high scoring and Chambers is going to do his thing.
I would agree. I think that Oregon Indiana game, I think that comes out to uh an under bet.
I
I think
love that under 46.5. I think it's going to be a dogfight. A
yeah,
good dogfight, though. Still good
yeah.
football.
Agreed. Agreed. So that is the semifinals preview there. In terms of the rest of football talk here, I could go into a rundown of the transfer portal, but it's so chaotic to where we'd have to talk about it every week. And we're just not going to do that. So what we're going to do is after the national championship is done and things have coasted out a little bit, we'll just do not a whole episode, but probably just the entire football talk of the episode will be the transfer portal update and where everybody went, how the rankings shaken out and everything like that. But I will say we forgot to talk about Michigan. They hired Kyle Whittingham. He was the former coach at Utah there. You can say he left Utah for Michigan. That's not the case. I think it was more in terms of I don't think saying that he was forced out of Utah is the right way to put it because I don't think that's necessarily the case. But I think things were kind of moving in that direction because I don't think he was able to adapt to the NIL area and transfer portal as good as everybody else was out there. But he's still a very good coach. He can build a culture. He can have a great coaching staff around him. I think the best way for him to, run that Michigan program is I think you need to hire a GM and just let him take care of the money stuff because Michigan, they have the money to get whoever they want. It just comes down to that staff giving them a list of what players they want, who to go get, and go get the money situation figured out. Go call the agents because that's all recruiting is nowadays in college. Is just telling
Yep.
agents, here's the contract. Okay. Shep, anything you want to add?
I'm good on football.
Good on
I'm
football.
good.
Great quarterfinal games here. Congratulations to all the team that won. Congrats on the playoff berth and great season for the teams that lost too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But still roll tide from here on out. We'll be back next year. Watch out. We're the favorites.
We'll do a prediction. We'll go through you guys' schedule.
We
See
will.
winner
We'll do
loss.
all that fun stuff. But all right, Shep, take away basketball.
Yeah, basketball talk. Conference play. First, I want to start off by saying I know last week a big topic for us was the NBA guys coming back to college. And I was reading through tweets and I finally understand it now. It's the rule is for kids coming back, if you were to sign any contract dealing with the NBA, you are not allowed to go back to college basketball. So I don't know how the Baylor kid did it. Technically, I don't know if he just snuck it before the rule came out or whatever, but that is how that works now, if you
I
understand me.
believe he did sneak it before
Yeah,
the
I
rule came out.
think I'm
I
pretty
remember
sure that's
seeing an
the
alert.
reason.
I remember seeing an alert about that rule coming out, and I guess it just doesn't apply to him.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know
Trent
how.
Flowers played. They were talking about him. He was trying to do it. I know we talked about him a few podcasts ago. He tried to do it and he got denied by the NBA just because he already signed a contract and played, I think it was like 4 games in the league. So
Well, maybe that one dude didn't play any minutes in the league. Maybe it's something
I thought it was just signing
like
a
that.
contract in general. That's what
Could have been.
but
Regardless,
yeah, and
he probably snuck it.
yeah, he snuck it. And then I'm going to shout out that Baylor kid too. Pretty sure he played 15 minutes, only had 5 points. I hope he does awful the rest of the year and hope Baylor loses every single game. So that's what you get for doing that. So
And that's surprising because that Baylor coach, he's always been,
Baylor's always been a great school the past
he's
5 years.
he's been a well-known coach too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kentucky was trying to get him to come to Kentucky after they got rid of Cal there. He's been a great coach. I'm actually surprised that he even did this. I wouldn't strike. He doesn't seem like the guy to strike me to do something like that.
Well, if you're a college coach and a kid that's 7 foot played in the NBA says, "Hey, I want to play for you," and you're kind of looking at a Baylor squad that's really down this year, that needs that one key piece to go with their star freshman, Theodore, whatever his name, some kid.
Yeah,
But I'm taking him. I don't blame the coach. Kid's
it's
a freak
ethically
athlete,
wrong.
so it's ethically wrong. But if keep your job, it's all about the money.
That's something I expect Cal to do, and Cal's came out against it too.
Yeah,
Shocking.
it wouldn't surprise me if Cal picks up somebody.
Yeah, wouldn't. Devin Booker's got to have eligibility.
There's a lot of people you can go through. I mean, LeBron Could have my king back
LeBron.
in there. LeBron. But yeah, so that is the topic that we figured out. I think I figured out like Saturday. But
Yep.
now we're going to the Saturday's recaps of the conference play, which conference play, like I said, has been fantastic. The ACC has been my favorite, honestly. On that point, we will go to Purdue and Wisconsin. The only reason I'm shouting this one out is because Braden Smith did break the college assist record or the Big Ten record that was held by Cassius Winston. I think it was 812 he's at now, plus. So whatever he finishes at.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Braden Smith's he's probably been in there 5 years or something like that.
I think this is fourth year. I know Cassius
Oh,
played 4 years at Michigan State too. So
well, maybe it is. Then maybe
yeah.
it is fair.
You know, we know on this podcast we're not big Purdue fans, but guys shot him out. They break the record. So
Fletcher Loyal, dude. He got 20 points in this game. 20 points. Congrats to him.
it
Took
was a good
15
win.
shots. 15
Yeah.
shots, though.
Wisconsin's not a very menacing threat in the Big Ten, but still a good win for Purdue. So
I thought, everybody thought they were going to have a better year. I'm pretty sure they came in to the season ranked Wisconsin there, but they're sitting at 9-5 right now, and 1-2 in the Big Ten there.
Yep. And Purdue moves on to 13-1, number 5.
Who's their one loss to?
It was it was a ranks or it was hold on.
Illinois.
Let me pull it up. Was it Illinois? Illinois.
It was Iowa State. That's right.
Iowa State, yeah.
Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State went in there. Yep, you're right, and beat them by like 20. Yep.
Yeah, they got dog walked.
You're right. All right, next game I want to talk about is Duke and Florida State. I'm gonna shout this one out. I think the ACC is like the Big 12 when it comes to college basketball, especially in conference play. You realistically just flip a coin, and every game is going to be good. You don't know who's going to be the winner of each of these games. Like say Clemson and North Carolina play, I couldn't tell you who's going to win that game just because it's conference play and it's always great. Maybe the home team has a little advantage, but Duke ended up winning this game 91-87. Shout out Florida State. They battled. They did everything right. Just down the stretch, Duke pulled it off like Duke does. I mean, Duke wins in the final 2 minutes of most games. So very well coached team. Isaiah Evan with 28 points. And then McCravey, I think that's how I say that, with 22 points for Florida State. So Florida State moves to 7-8. I don't think they're probably won't make the tournament this year. Fun team to watch going against Duke, but Duke just has a great offensive scheme and a great coach. They win tight games. So then going on, I'll talk about it because I did go to the game for $20. Houston playing at Cincinnati. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, we should have won that game.
Oh yeah.
Should have beat Houston.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting there. I had to get at least 4 beers before tip-off just for me to get through the game because I thought this was going to be a buzzsaw. I really was. I thought this was going to be ugly, which it was ugly. Both teams were horrendous on offense. But Houston ended up winning 67-60. I'm pretty sure we had the lead majority of the game besides the last 8 minutes, and then Wes Miller does what Wes Miller does and makes some terrible substitutions, terrible play calls, and I just can't wait till he's fired. I think it is set in stone. Before the game even started, they're getting off the lineups. The whole stadium's dark. Everyone's cheering. It was kind of a sold-out game. It's fun to be there. Going through the starting lineup, everyone's cheering for everybody, and then Wes Miller, head coach Wes Miller, and the whole stadium booed. I'm talking the whole stadium booed. It made my night. I was
not good.
Win or loss, I was just happy that everyone's on the same page. Everyone in Cincinnati wants him gone. I think it's a clear thing that'll happen in the season because this was a winnable game. We should be undefeated right now. Every game we played. But
you know who the athletic director for the University of Cincinnati is?
That's the first one to go. Shout out to old dude that was sitting behind me. We had that talk that said the AD goes first, Wes, and then the football coach. So
they ain't going anywhere, folks. They ain't going anywhere.
Just like
that trio of Satterfield, Cunningham, and Wes Miller, they will be there next year. So I think it. You know what is crazy to me that Jizzle James is in the starting lineup.
And you know what? He did not impress me at all.
Yeah, I mean he scored 4 points. Shocker.
Yeah.
You know what sucks is that the Sean and Bob dude. He's hitting that transfer portal next year.
Oh yeah,
See ya.
Abeb's gone.
He's
Baba's
gone.
probably. I don't know what Baba is. I think he's a junior. I don't think he's a senior yet. But yeah, everyone's gonna be gone. Shout out Day Day. He's my favorite player. Day Day just goes out there and at least tries to win the game. But
Yeah.
on the opposite for Houston, it's kind of scary going to Cincinnati, a team that sucks, and you being down the whole game, pulling it off at the end. Yeah, good job, Ralph or Samson, not Ralph Samson, but Samson. Um, yeah, Houston just looked awful. They couldn't make a single shot in the first half. So they kind of figured it out in the second, but it's kind of a scary little panic meter for them. They're going to lock in as the number 8 right now.
I
So
think that's still a good test for him, though. Cincinnati's a quality opponent.
I mean, yeah,
And
it's
you're
just because
playing
I'm
away
really
at a
hating
tough
on them right now.
environment.
Yeah, I'm just hating on them right now. So
I think this was a gritty, gutty win for Houston,
yeah,
because you're not going to be on your A game every night. And, this was one of the nights they weren't on their A game, but they were still able to pull the win out.
hmm I agree. Shout out Houston. I am big Houston fan, Big 12 fan. But going on to the next game, let's see here. BYU Kansas State wasn't much of a game. Shout out AJ. He's probably the best kid, best freshman. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals. Let's talk about Vanderbilt in South Carolina. Just want to shout out this game because Vandy is 14-0 and still undefeated in the NCAA, especially in the SEC, which is pretty impressive. I know they don't have many quality wins. I know they have a couple, but still being undefeated, it's pretty impressive for a team that came out of nowhere, that no one had them on their top 25 boards this season. They're kind of are shocking the world. So, shout out Vandy.
They play Alabama tomorrow, so.
That would be the tester right there, folks. That will let you know if Vandy's for real or not. And then a game I do want to talk about is North Carolina SMU. North Carolina at number 12 did get upset by SMU.
Holy
SMU
cow.
put up 97. North Carolina put up 83. And I got to shout out the SMU point guard because he literally just took over the game and just stole the show. What's his name? He's got a great name, too.
Is that
Boobie
name
Miller.
Booby?
Boobie Miller. Dude, this kid's legit. I mean, it was give him the ball and let him eat. Just throw him the rock. Caleb Wilson was trying his hardest. Seth Trimble, which is a great defensive guard, probably one of the best defensive guards in the country, couldn't stop Boobie. Boobie was for real. Just crossing people up. And oh my God, it was great. And he's dishing the rock with, so what? He had 27 points and 12 assists.
Oh, my
I mean,
gosh.
he made
That's a
SMU
legacy
go.
performance right there.
Yes, dude, going and playing North Carolina like that. Shout out Corey
Those
Washington
jersey
having
sales
23 points.
skyrocketed.
Baby.
Jeez.
Dude, SMU.
Is that
That's
name
a
of the year?
great win. That was definitely the win of the week. Let's look at their schedule real quick. Because SMU, they came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting
They're
this.
12-2.
12-2. Their only losses against Vanderbilt and LSU. LSU doesn't have a terrible squad this year, but those are 2 not terrible losses, especially Vandy being undefeated, as we just talked about.
Yeah.
So,
is that you think that's name of the year right there? Boobie Miller?
Boobie Miller? Oh, for sure.
It's got to be up there.
I'm naming my kid Boobie. If they go to the
Shout out
tournament and do
Boobie
something
Miller.
crazy, shout out Boobie, man. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That was a fun game to watch. We will shout out Caleb just because this is the one time, and we said this about North Carolina, at least I did early this season. If he doesn't play a good game, they will lose. And this is one of the times where kid's tired. He carries this North Carolina team game in, game out, does everything for them. And if he has one bad game, they will lose, especially when you have a Boobie come out and drop those kind of stat lines. Caleb had 13 points, 6 for 11, 0 for 1 from 3, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And that's not a terrible stat line. Really not for college basketball. It's actually pretty good. But he's averaging at least 20 and 10, I'm pretty sure. At least like somewhere near a double-double. And if he's not getting that every game, they will lose. So
you got to shout out SMU's Corey Washington, too.
Yeah, I did.
He had
Corey Washington, 23 points.
Big man there. Wow, he played
SMU.
big. He's a forward, and he's 6'6".
I love that.
That's a dog performance right there.
Mm-hmm.
Daggum.
Yeah, this is SMU's coming out game. Shot 52 from 3, 69 free throw, and the 60 from field. If your team shoots 60% from the field goal, 99% of the time they're going to win. That's just how that works. So,
dude, SMU's got a solid lineup here.
That's what I'm looking at.
Corey Washington, but
they got a 5
giant.
Dudes.
They got a giant in the middle of the court. Samit
Yeah. Oh God, that last name's crazy.
He's from
Gigi
Turkey.
Togula.
He's
Gigi
7'2",
Togula. Yeah.
7'2", 270. That is a giant at the center position right there. My
Yep.
goodness.
SMU is on my teams to watch this year. So if you ever
I'm
had
going to
seen an
bet them to
SMU
make the
game,
tournament.
it's a great bet. We'll be looking at that after this podcast.
Yeah, what are those odds?
So yeah. Shout out to SMU. Can't talk. That was probably the game of the weekend. I'm gonna be honest. I love that game. Fun to watch. Luke, I'll let you take this one again. Take this one
So
away because there wasn't much of a
our
game. So
game, our game of the weekend right here, we got Kentucky at
whoa,
Alabama. I know,
game
I'm
of the
just
weekend.
messing with you.
What was that?
As expected, the Crimson Tide took care of business here, 89 to Kentucky's 74. You got to shout out Phylon. Phylon, 28 minutes. He plays pretty much the entire game. 17 points, 6 of 16 there. Didn't make a 3-point line, a three the entire game, which is surprising. But he had a good performance, and then that dynamic duo of him and Holloway continues to shine. Holloway came away with 26 points here, 6 for 8 from the 3-point line. He pulled one from the logo pretty much from Courier range and absolutely sunk it.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing great basketball this year. Aiden Sherrill, the big man for Alabama, I believe that he came down with an injury this game. I don't think it is too serious. I think he'll play tomorrow against Vanderbilt, but the whole player of the game of this entire game was Noah Williamson, the transfer that came from the Patriot League. I forget, Bucknell. He's a big man. He's a 7-footer. He's had a pretty rough year up until this game, but he was a player of the game for Bama. He came in, played 18 minutes, got 10 points, and he held the middle of that court down for Alabama. He played an amazing game for them, chasing out the loose balls, diving out of bounds, had a great game. And then Houston Millette off the bench, 14 points. He's another 3-point shooter there, went 4-6. It's a good win for Bama. It was a real good win. There's number 3.
That's like
Is that,
six.
that's
That's like
6?
6 or 7. I don't know which one it is, but
Okay. We'll give it 7.
somebody, yeah,
Okay.
somebody in the comments, chat, or somebody, just keep a tally because it's hard for
Keep
me to do it.
7. Okay. Williamson, great game. And then Amari Allen, the 5-star freshman, he's came in, and I think a lot of people expect 5-star to come in and be the main player, the main guy, average 20 points a game. Amari Allen, he just puts his head down, and he's a bruiser for Bama. He does everything for us: rebounds, scores, defense, passes the ball real well. So shout out him. Kentucky, moving on for Kentucky. I mean, the Mark Pope era, I'm not a believer in it. And I'm a Bama fan, of course, whatever you want to say, but I think it's obvious though. It's something's just not clicking with him in that team, and they spent the most money, I believe. I think that's right, Shep. This year, coming in this year, I think they spent the most NIL money. I'm pretty sure.
They're up there in the top, at least top 3. I know that for sure.
And that's gotta hurt because you're one of the top spenders, and you're 9-5, and you just started SEC play. You walked to SEC play 9-5, and you just lost to Alabama. I think this was actually 4 losses in a row to Alabama too, which you're Kentucky basketball. That can't happen. You're supposed to be the pinnacle of the sport. I think they need to move on from Mark Pope. I think they do.
I don't move on. I'm on the other side. I think Mark Pope is not the greatest coach, especially after this year showing it. I don't know if you move on from him yet or not. I mean, how long has he been there? He's only been there 4 years now? 3 years?
I think it's 2.
Is it 2?
I think
When
it's 2.
Calipari moved? Is it
Last year was his
2 or
first
3?
year,
Was it? Yeah, then I don't know if you
right?
can. I can't remember. It feels like a decade ago, but
It don't matter. They got money. They got that
that's true.
buyout
They can
easily.
they can hire whoever they want. It's Kentucky. Kentucky, I
Dude,
mean, it's a staple to
go get
coach.
Wes
Kentucky.
Miller from Cincinnati. He would thrive
Oh yeah, please take Westman. I'll take Pope. Give me Pope. Fuck
there.
anything,
I would take
anything.
Pope's assistant coach right now over Wes Miller.
Yep, I agree. But yeah, that game was. I was watching it on the way to the UC game, and Bama was just putting BTA to Kentucky. I know last week I talked about Kentucky might sneak this one away, but I think this is the game that capitalizes Kentucky's downfall. So Kentucky
At
might
least,
not even make the tournament.
at least your preseason pick for player, all SEC player of the year, whatever. Awea, I mean, he had
He
22
did
points
something.
for you.
Yeah, 8 rebounds.
Outside of his 22 points and Jalen Lowe's 21 points, not a single dude on that team scored 10 points, over 10 points. The next closest guy was Aberdeen with 7.
Yep. Kentucky's just not Kentucky anymore. Hate to say it.
Nope. It is not at all. But
let's go on to the Saturday games. And I know I did skip Friday's game, but that's because I want to come back and talk about it. Because sneaky Cornhuskers are something we got to talk about.
I got a game here that we missed.
It's going to be fun.
Arkansas, Tennessee.
I was just about to talk about it. That was right under Kentucky played first.
Oh, dude.
You want to take that one away?
Yeah, I'll take it away.
Take it away. Let me hear your thoughts on this one.
Like I said the last time, I think this is going to be outside of the national championship, of course, at UK with Coach Cal. I think this team is going to be it's slowly turning into one of his best coaching jobs.
Yeah, I agree. I really do.
What he's doing with that roster, and that roster is not a terrible roster or anything, but it's not up to a Coach Calipari roster. He's doing amazing things. I mean, I know I'm pretty sure they still got the 2 5-star freshmen who are playing great basketball right now, by the way. A Cuff Jr.
is the best freshman point guard in the country. That kid is battle tested. Every big game, he's had 20-plus points, and he's legit. I wanted to talk about him.
He's a Detroit, Michigan kid too. He's about
dog.
that. He's a dog. Like he'll run through your face.
29 points.
He's not shying away from contact. Coach Cal, he's doing a great job in Arkansas right now. Great job. And this team's got just that mojo about them. Like a lot of the recent Cal teams, I feel like they've just been missing that physicality standpoint. But this team, I'm telling you right now, they'll throw a punch. I'm pretty sure they'll throw a punch. I think they've already thrown. I'm pretty sure Pringle, their starting center, I think he threw a punch this year already. Like this team will scrap. This team will scrap.
This team will get scrappy.
This is a very fun Arkansas team to watch, actually. And Tennessee, I mean, he lost to a good Arkansas team. Tennessee, I mean, they're still they're 19th. They'll probably drop to that 20-25 range or something like that. They'll be fine. Remember, this is opening conference play here, so Tennessee will be fine. And this was at Arkansas to begin with. This was it's a good, away loss for Tennessee is the best way to put it.
I agree.
And a great home win for Arkansas.
Yeah, looking at Arkansas' schedule now, I know they started shaky at the beginning of the season, but they're 3 losses: Michigan State, Duke, and Houston, all ranked within the top 10.
Yeah.
At some point. I know Michigan State, we'll get to Michigan State later, but.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to Michigan State later.
We'll get to Michigan State later. That's what we have some pet peeves I got to pick out. Anyways, going on to another game. So what's another side of the game? Crazy game. Missouri, Florida. Missouri ended up beating Florida, number 22 at the time, 76-74. Howe had 24.7 rebounds like he does. That front court is amazing. We preach that. To a Missouri team that, I'll be honest, I did not have them on my radar at all. And losing to them, Florida is just not playing to their expectations. I don't know. I think we've said it every podcast. It's just Florida's missing that thing, and
I'll say
Do they find it, Luke? Do they find it?
I'll start with Missouri first. Missouri's they've been a scrappy team for like the past couple of years here. Their coach, I forget his name there, but he's been there for a while now. They've always had a scrappy team. They've been in the tournament multiple times within the past couple of years, I'm pretty sure. They've always been a scrappy team. So I'll give Florida some credit there, but I think you're still right. The replacement for Walter Clayton Jr. with the duo of Boogie Flynn and Xavion Lee, it is not working out at all, and it's not even close. And I think you're starting. I still think it's too early to really pull the plug here on terms of saying Florida is going to be competing for a national championship again. But I think you're starting to get you're getting really close to that line of this is a failed experiment.
Yeah.
Because Flan 2 of 10, Lee 4 of 10. that quite literally that has been the stat line for those two the majority of the year. It's
Yeah,
been
it sucks
awful,
because they're good
very
players.
bad. They're
Sucks.
talented players, but they're not executing, and the efficiency is awful to look at for them. It is
Yeah.
horrible. And you got to feel bad for Thomas Howell because that dude plays his heart out
That front court
every time.
battles, dude. They just battle.
Yeah, they
They
do.
will them into games, and they had one good guard. I mean, and then the small little white guy for them. I don't like I said. I don't know why he's on a college basketball floor. So
Oh, Urban Klazar.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
this just goes to show you how good Walter Clayton was last year, dude. That guy was insane. Because this is a gigantic hole for Florida. Like this backcourt is a big, big problem for them, and they don't have any. They got that, and then they got Clarzal off the bench. I'm pretty sure that's like the majority of the backcourt there. And I think as a coaching staff and as a fan base for Florida, I think you look at them letting Denzel Aberdeen walk away to another team this year. I think you look at that and you're like, okay, maybe this is the missing piece. They're definitely missing Aberdeen. I'll tell you that right now. If Aberdeen was on that team, he'd be starting, and you wouldn't have had to pay him as much money as you did Boogie Flan and Xavion Lee.
Yep.
And you'd probably be winning more games. You wouldn't be 9-5. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's a shame. If they were to live up to the hype coming into the season, Florida would be such a fun team to watch. Such a fun team.
I agree.
Totally I'm panicking. I am on the complete panic for Florida. They better figure it out, and they better figure it out now. Definitely in tournament play, especially being the SEC. Can't be losing to Missouri like that. But we'll move on from the Gators, giving them a hard time. Let's go on to Georgia and Auburn.
The barn.
I'm pretty sure I picked Georgia to win that game. I really like the Bulldogs. They got a freaky athletic squad. Wilkinson with 31 points, 6 rebounds. Georgia ended up winning 104 to 100. I don't know if I said that, but high scoring game. Yeah, fun game to watch. I mean, to say that Georgia just outright beat Auburn is not to say that. I think they just had they played better down in overtime. A couple plays went their way, but it's a good loss for Auburn. But Georgia's fun to watch. Watch out for Georgia. Georgia, SMU, and Vanderbilt teams to watch this year that are normally not the greatest.
Yeah.
But Tahad Pettiford had 25 points, so he did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, but what's up with the situation there at Auburn? Tahad Pettiford came off the bench, and
they're trying something new.
Well, you're not right there. Stephen Pearl, a reporter asked him, they said, why did Tahad come off the bench? And I forget the quote-unquote word for word here, but he supposedly is getting at Tahad's not doing what he's supposed to be doing off the court, some situation like that. So that's something to look out for there, I guess you can say. But this still comes down. We talked about it before. I mean, they only play 3 guys off the bench.
Hold on, I got to call timeout.
Yeah, what's up?
Good call timeout. I'm looking at this box score right now, and I don't know if ESPN's got this misclicked, but this Sebastian Williams something kid, 42 minutes, 0 points, 0 points,
7 0 rebounds. For 4. I mean, 2 blocks.
This kid played 42 minutes in a college basketball game and didn't get 1 point.
Shout out the legend of Tony Snell. That's Tony Snell reincarnated.
Wow, that might be the worst basketball performance I've ever seen.
Dog, that's bad. 42 minutes.
I don't know if this is a typo. This got to be a typo.
Nah, ESPN don't be messing up like that.
Oh my gosh, atrocious.
That's bad.
Sebastian Williams, hey, let's consider something else, big dog. Let's consider something else.
But we mentioned it before with Auburn. I mean, you're only playing 3 dudes off the bench. That's not sustainable at all. You're not going to be able to make a run. You might not even make March because you're 9-5 right now, and you're not. You just have 0 momentum. And I've been on the defense of Auburn. I've came out and said that I think Auburn, they can get it turned around. I think this can be a dangerous team. But the more and more the season comes on here, this is a problem. This is a big problem. especially your best players coming off the bench because some stuff is happening off the court. Not good. He's already gotten a DUI. Todd Pettifor got a DUI in the offseason. I don't know what else is going on, of course, but it's not looking ideal for the first year Stephen Pearl, and I hope he can get it figured out because I think Auburn's 100%. They're a premier program for basketball in the country.
Yeah, I agree. I do want to shout out Wilkinson for Georgia. I did forget how this game went to overtime, but it was off a free throw. I missed free throw. Wilkinson got it. First of all, came off the bench at 24 points. But missed free throw, went right his way, hit a little mid-range jumper to send him to OT, eventually got him the win. So shout out
Is it
Wilkinson for that.
Wilkinson or
Wilkinson?
Islander?
Jeremiah Wilkinson. Wilkinson hit the game winner, or the tire. Millender was the kid off the bench for 24 points. Sorry about that. Look at the wrong dude.
Gotcha.
But
dude, Georgia plays a lot of dudes.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That's an even box score.
That's great. Like that's what it should look like for a team.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun. Yeah, it's good, Georgia.
Oh, dude, Auburn's in trouble, dude. You got 42 minutes, 38 minutes, 22 minutes, 39 minutes, and then 7 minutes out of the starting five. And then off the bench, you have 22 minutes, 23 minutes, 32 minutes. Dude, those guys are going to die. They're going to die out on that court.
Auburn
that's horrible.
This is not their year. Sorry.
No, not even close.
Sorry, Steve.
See you next year, Steve.
Yeah. Sorry, Tigers. Now, biggest recap of the day. Let's talk about the Cornhuskers beating my Spartans.
What day was this?
This was Friday, so yeah, I skipped over this kind of on purpose. I mean, I will shout out Michigan for beating USC. I told you it was going to be a blowout. They didn't score 100. That's all I can say about that game. But we'll move on. So I'm sick of talking about
4
Michigan.
points away.
Yeah. This Nebraska Cornhuskers team. 14-0. Best team in Nebraska history. Every time I think the only other team was like 10-0. I think that's the highest they got, and they just keep on going now. Keep on breaking it. But this Nebraska team is fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. They are in my top 5 funnest teams in the country. They come out and they win close games. The thing about them is if you go look at their box scores, all their big wins, they're winning them by 2-4 points. Yeah. You got Illinois, they won by 3. Michigan won by 2. They just played Ohio State, which they won by 3, which was yesterday. So if you get a team like that is good down the stretch and wins ball games, it's fun to watch. Their biggest thing, I think, that makes them a fun team is their defensive scheme. They are running a no touch, no shot middle. It's kind of not a it's kind of not a matchup zone, but essentially they allow no shots in the middle. Every time somebody touches the middle, they just 3 dudes swarming them, and they're forcing a skip pass across the lane and forcing, I'm pretty sure, the second most 3-point attempts for opposing teams in the country, or it's either in the country or the Big Ten. So they want teams to shoot threes, and they're not necessarily super contested, but somebody's closing out on them and kind of there. They're still kind of open, but it's working for them. I know Baylor did this when they won a national championship, played kind of that with Mitchell and I forget the other guard, reason they won. But the defensive scheme, teams try to do it a lot, and they're not able to do it. The no-shot zone middle is kind of tough, especially in this day and age of basketball, but they do it really well. When they force a skip pass, they get a lot of steals. But it's a good win for Nebraska. I don't know what else to say. Let's go Cornhuskers. Michigan State going there. Like I said, I'm always big on Michigan State. The fact that I saw that they dropped down to 22 kills my heart. I don't know why that happened. It's still a great game. Jackson Kohler had 19 points with 11 rebounds. Let me look how many assists Fears had. Maybe that was why. Fears still had 7 assists, 14 points. I mean, they did everything right. I think it really just comes down to end-of-game possessions, and Nebraska's been doing it game in, game out. Otherwise, like Michigan State going to Duke, they weren't able to pull it off in game or late game. So, but Cornhuskers might be one of these teams to watch in March. That's all I'm saying. Might be a highly favored team.
I don't know about all that, but they're a fun team to watch. I don't know about all that.
And they don't run
I don't see them having the experience for March, but
they got 8 dudes too. That's why I love them. 8 dudes, and that's it. Everyone plays at least 20-plus minutes. I mean, Braden Frager came off the bench, had 30 minutes. So Cornhuskers got a great squad. I'm not worried about Michigan State either. It's a good loss. It's a good team, good loss. So I will never be judging my boy Izzo. He's always ready to play ball. But other than that, I think that recaps everything for this weekend. Let me go see Sunday's games.
I've got something to add, and this is
Yeah.
based off something that you sent me over Instagram. I've got a worst game of the year nominee and maybe the winner, because I don't know if you can get worse of this. This game happened December 30th. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the Stanford Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
Total score of Notre Dame 47, Stanford 40.
Oh, my God.
Yikes. That is my nominee for worst game of the year. Might end up winning. I don't know if you can get worse than this.
I don't think I did see that. I had a double take on that post because I didn't think it was real.
The field goal percentage for Notre Dame in this game, guys, 32%. They went 18 of 56. Stanford, they went 13 of 56, and they shot 23%. They went 430 from the 3-point line. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dude, that is so funny, actually. How are these guys on the roster?
Wow.
I'd cancel the program, dude. I would let go of all these guys. These guys are not basketball players.
That's bad
Not
ball.
a single one of these guys will play professional basketball after college.
Bad ball. Oh my God.
Dude, I know you wanna give that dude from Auburn crap. This dude for Notre Dame, Brendan Strawsbury, played 30 minutes, went 0 for 8, didn't score a single point. He only got 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block the entire game. Oh, that is too funny, dude.
Bad ball. Jesus. God.
That is great, dude. That is so great.
Worst game of the year.
This. I love this.
That's funny.
Okay, that was fine. That's too funny. Shep, you got anything to add basketball-wise?
Yeah, it's been an hour right now. You want to keep on going? You want to cut this off for an hour?
I wouldn't keep on going. I don't really care. If you want to preview some games, you can. If there's anything to preview,
there's great games on tonight, guys. Duke and Louisville just tied. I was just looking at that. Make sure you watch all the games tonight. I'm not going to go all of them. I do want to talk about Luke. Pull up all the conferences. Me and you, are just going to pick the winner of each conference. This is what I want to talk about.
Standings. Okay, so standings right now.
So let's go with
American
East.
Big 12.
You want to do
American East.
I was going to do all the little ones first and then get the big dogs.
Oh, we're doing like all of them.
We're doing all of them.
Shep,
See, test your ball knowledge.
There's 1,000. Okay. Are we doing? Well, let's just do it in order here. So the A10. This is the league that's got like Dayton and everything. You got it pulled up too?
A10, Atlanta 10, yeah.
Okay, so right now you got George Mason, Dayton, George Washington Revolutionary.
George Washington's a great squad this year. Don't sleep on them.
You got VCU.
Don't sleep on them.
Okay, all right. Oh my goodness, I can't stop laughing. I'm gonna go Dayton winning this conference.
I'm going George Washington. Sneaky good squad this year.
Okay, gotcha. All right, ACC.
Looking at all of them. You got Duke, Clemson, SMU, Virginia, Louisville. Big talk with Louisville is that the Brown, whatever, junior, great guard, freshman guard, he was out tonight against Duke, which they're playing right now. And there's talks that his fathers are pulling him out. His father,
what?
Might be pulling him out for the rest of the year just so he gets drafted. Same talk is going with the Kansas guard too, Darren Peterson. I was that, but
they're battling.
Just saying, I don't know.
That is like that?
They are battling injuries just from college play, and that's just word on the street.
Okay.
All in.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go Duke to pull this one out. I want to say SMU so bad because of Booby,
I do want to say SMU bad. I wish I could say North Carolina, but we talked about all the weaknesses, and I think Duke is the most complete team in the ACC and probably the most complete team in the country, just from a basketball knowledge standpoint. They just know how to play ball. So
I would
Going to
like.
Big
I mean,
12.
I think Louisville would be fun too. But after hearing that dude's dad
That's
might
why,
take him
yeah.
out, I mean, I don't want to pick Louisville. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'll go Duke. And you said you're going.
I'm going Duke
Who are
as
you
well.
going?
I'm going Duke as well.
Okay, so we're both Duke. Okay, moving on to the American East Conference. You got Vermont, uh, New Jersey IT Highlanders. You got the UMass Lowell Riverhawks, Bryant Bulldogs, UMBC. Shout out them. New Hampshire
NBC.
Wildcats, uh,
I'm gonna be
Binghamton
honest with you.
Bearcats,
I don't know ball like American East Conference ball. Well, we're going to go
uh,
NGIT
Albany Great
Highlanders.
Danes. You're going the Highlanders? Okay.
Going the Highlanders.
Dude, jeez, this conference sucks.
Obviously,
I'm gonna
Vermont
go. I'm
should
gonna
win
go
this,
the.
but
I'm gonna go the UMBC Retrievers there.
yeah. Shout out to making the tourney
I'm
one
pretty
year.
sure they were the team that beat. They were the
Yep.
team that beat Virginia, I think,
Virginia.
that year.
Yep. Yes, they were.
All right, moving on to the American Conference here. You got Tulane, Temple,
Yeah.
Memphis, Charlotte, North Texas. You got Wichita. Shockers.
The Shocks.
Man, they need to get back to being
I know.
good in college basketball.
Fred
Or
VanVleet.
relevant.
I'm going
Fred
Memphis
VanVleet.
Tigers on this.
And you had that
I forget the white guy.
going Memphis.
I'm going Memphis with the
You're just
American
going
Conference.
Memphis because Penny coaches there.
No, I'm going Memphis because if you look at their schedule, even though they have 7 losses, I mean, I pulled them up right now. They're good losses, technically. Some of them are. What Louisville, Vanderbilt, Purdue, Mississippi State's a great loss. And looking at the other teams, I do like North Texas too. They've actually been on the come up for basketball. I forget last year they had a great kid that transferred out. But looking at the other ones, Tulane's also a good squad. I know Temple's a sneaky good squad, but I think Memphis has the most battle-tested record out of anyone in this conference. Okay. So I would say Memphis for them.
I'm gonna go Tulane. We'll
It's
go
a good
the
pick.
leaders.
Tulane's a good squad too, but
I guess we'll go next to I don't even know. ASUN.
ASUN conference. ASUN. I think as I said, I have no clue what conference it is.
I'm just gonna pick the favorite here, and I'm just gonna go to the Limskin Bisons. That seems I'm
gonna go Austin Peay Governors. Austin Peay.
Shout out Austin Peay.
Shout out this conference. This conference looks like it's going to be a dogfight.
This is going to be a battle, bro. You got 8-5, 9-6, 8-6, 7-8, 7-8, 7-8. Yeah, that's going to be a battle.
Best conference right there. It's
moving on to the Big 12 here.
Oh yeah, Big 12. Best conference in college basketball.
False.
It's true. It's true. I already know mine. I'll let you think about yours for a second.
I know you're going to go Iowa State.
Cyclones.
Man, I'm gonna stick. How
you gonna say the Big 12 is not the best conference?
I mean, UCF.
And they have the 1 seed and the 3rd seed. They have probably the 2 best seeds in college, or best teams in college basketball.
I'm gonna explain it here. Have you ever watched when you're watching these games and the SEC? Have you ever seen the SEC commercial where they state it just means more?
I hate you.
That's why.
What about the bowl games? What about the bowl games going on in football? It just means more.
Dude, we cannibalize. We cannibalize each other. We're all hurt. We're all hurt. Okay, this is basketball. We're on basketball. Okay, it just means more. Just know that. I'm gonna go Houston. I got Houston clawing this conference out here.
They're always fighting.
Kelvin Sampson, it's hard to bet against that man. Okay,
it's true.
Well, hey Shep, what in the later half of the years when it gets time, what wins you those games? Defense.
And
if there's one thing I know about a Kelvin Sampson Houston team, it's defense.
They play defense. You're right, big dog. You're right. I agree with you.
Big East.
I'll
tell you who's not going to win this conference is Xavier. Xavier will not win this conference. I know that.
Yeah.
Who's going to win this conference? Ooh.
Big East.
Man, shout out.
Awful this year.
I'll tell you what. Whatever his name is for Villanova that came over from Maryland, bald-headed dude. He's got Villanova back. I'll tell you that. They're 12-2 right now, 3-0 in the conference. I'm going to go Villanova.
Dang, I was gonna go Villanova too. Dang, because they
Nope,
have
I
a.
got him. I
I know
got
you
him.
got them. I forget their
Just go
freshman
take your
guard
boy
too.
Dan Hurley.
Acton
Just take your boy
Lewis.
Dan Hurley.
Acton Lewis. I mean, let me take a look. Let me take a look. Hold on. Let me see if there's any
Let me see
sneakers in
what
here.
that coach's name is.
Yeah, Acton Lewis is the freshman guard for Villanova. Fun to watch. Villanova is good team. God, shout out Marquette because they suck. Sorry, Shaka.
Kevin Willard.
Kevin
Kevin
Willard,
Willard.
yeah.
That's the coach's name. Marquette
Oh,
sucks now. Shaka, they got them.
bro,
Shaka
they're
Smart ain't
what?
doing it.
No, Shaka's they're the bottom of the Big East, and they're 0-4. They
Oh
had
my
no trophy.
gosh.
Yeah, they're terrible. Shaka's.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, Shaka. Uh-oh.
hot seat, hot seat. You know what, me? Just me talking.
What?
Let's go Providence. Just had a big win
What?
against had a big win
They're
against
8 and
St. John's.
6.
Big win against St. John's. Big win. Beating them by 1 or 2. I think they're a sneaky good team. Let's go Providence.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy. All right, Big Sky. Yeah, Portland, Montana, Montana State, Idaho, Idaho State, Weber State. I'm going Weber State. Shout out Damian Lillard. Alumni, Weber State.
Weber. But I'm
Oh,
going
is it Weber?
Portland.
Weber,
Portland
Weber.
State Vikings. Just because I like the Vikings.
He just takes the team that's at the top of the leaderboard.
That's literally, I think I just picked Providence. Providence, I think, was the bottom 7.
Whatever. Boo. All right, Big South. You got High Point, Charleston, Presbyterian, Blue Hose. You got Radford, Longwood, Winthrop, South Carolina, Upstate Spartans. Wow, what a name. UNC Asheville Bulldogs and Gardner Webb Running Bulldogs. These are some interesting names here. I'm going to go High Point.
Dang, dude, I was gonna go High Point too because I have actually been watching High Point. Cameron Fletcher, and then which was UK transfer, started there. Great guard for them. I think he's playing the small forward spot, and then also Tyler Hero's brother plays on that team as well. They had a great
Oh,
transfer
really?
class come in, and they what? I think they're 14-2. Is that what it is? So if I
14
believe
and
that
3.
14-3. Yeah,
Yep.
I am going with you on that. High Point. Isn't High Point
Okay.
Army school? Or am I crazy?
I don't think so. I
It's
don't think
not.
so.
Okay. I might be thinking something
I'm
else.
not sure.
But yeah,
Maybe
shout
I'm
out
wrong.
High Point.
But shout out High Point. Big
Mm.
Ten.
This is a good one to pick. Big Ten is looking at the top 5. I'm going Izzo. I'm always I think Michigan's in there too. God, I can't. No, I'm going Izzo. I'm always going my Spartans.
Nebraska?
I love Nebraska's on my teams to watch, but I'm never betting against Izzo in my life.
Mm. Mm-mm. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty solid pick there. Wow. Yeah, I don't.
Shout out Chad.
I hate all.
Nebraska is winning the Big Ten conference right now over Michigan.
I'm gonna go. Dude, Nebraska's 4-0 in the conference. Wow. I guess I'll just go. No, I don't. I don't want to be on the same side as Chad. I'm gonna go Purdue. Purdue's gonna claw it out.
I hate you.
Purdue's gonna claw it out,
I
and
hate
Fletcher
you.
Loyal is gonna hit the game winner for the Big Ten championship. Shout out Fletcher Loyal.
All right.
All right,
Is there any more
go
big
ahead.
ones? Because I'm not going through. We will be
I
here for
told
another
you.
30 minutes. We went through all the big
I
ones.
told you. No, we have the SEC still.
Oh, where's the SEC at? Let's do the SEC and then we'll stop there, folks. I know it's been a long podcast.
Okay. SEC.
A lot of 1-0s. A lot of 1-0s. Look at that. SEC. Let's go.
You already know who I'm going with. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Great pick to win SEC. I'm going to go Cal. Just the way they've been playing Arkansas.
I was going to say Arizona's a great pick.
Arkansas.
Arizona's a great pick for this.
Arkansas.
Another sneaky pick would probably be Uh,
Texas A&M
yeah, I don't know
Aggies.
who'd be sneaky pick actually. I know. I don't know about A&M.
A&M's got the great
I'm not
guard.
sure.
I forget his name.
Missouri, maybe.
Sorry, might sneak one
Missouri could
in.
have it.
Yeah, I don't know
Could.
about that.
Alrighty. Anything
Okay.
else we want to add?
We will continue the conference talk with all the smaller conferences next podcast. That's what we'll say.
Yeah, figure that out next time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I know who plays. Who plays? Somebody plays Thursday. I believe it's Old Miss. Let me look. Let me double check for you guys.
Ole Miss, I believe, is Thursday. Ole Miss,
Yeah,
Miami, and then
Old Miss. Old... Dude, I can't find it, bro.
I'm
I
almost
literally can't
positive.
find it.
I can tell you with 99% confidence.
Yeah, Thursday is Old Miss. Sorry.
Okay.
See, this is so stupid. You got Thursday and Friday, and college football is a Saturday thing, and then you play the national championship on a Monday.
Yeah,
That's so dumb.
we will preach that. I will probably be taking Monday off. I'll be honest.
Don't take Monday off. Take Tuesday off of work. That's what you should do.
That's a good point.
But there's the show. Please subscribe if you haven't. I think we're up to 28 subscribers or anything.
Bless
Something
y'all.
like that.
We love
Maybe.
you all.
Share it. Share the show, please. Give us feedback, comment, something like that. Good or bad stuff. But Shep, do the thing.
Tell your boys you love them.
See you guys next time.